Okay, so I have a bowl of hot water, hot from the tap. You don't have to sterilize it. If you prefer to boil it, you can. That's fine. I've got coconut oil. I got a big one from Sam's Club. I have my Prince Lionheart wipe warmer here. I just unplugged it and brought it in the kitchen. And I have 20 of my about 8x8 homemade cloth wipes. It's just flannel and I sewed them together. There's 2 layers. Anyway, so this is what I do. I get my coconut oil and I've used hardly any of it, and I got it about 2 months ago, so this will last me a long time. So I just take a spoon and I don't really measure, I just get a big glob of it and I put it in my hot water and I just stir this around until it melts completely. It takes a little bit. And the water and the oil will separate a little bit. You'll see the oil kind of sit on top. Once you get the wipes in there, it pretty much disperses pretty well and you get oil on every wipe, so don't worry about that. I just love the smell of coconut oil. Almost done melting now. It's all melted. What I do is I just take about 5 at a time and I kind of just stick them in the water. I kind of filled it a little bit high, so I'm kind of gently doing it. And then I put 5 more. I don't want it to overflow. And all 20 of these wipes will pretty much absorb all of this water, and if it doesn't absorb it all, I just dump the rest of it out. But I've done this enough that I pretty much know how much water it'll take. My bowl's almost full. Alright, so they're all wet. I'm kind of making a little bit of a mess here. Could have got a bigger bowl, but this is the one I usually use. So they're all wet. You can see they're pretty much absorb all the water. And I just have my wipe warmer. I just finished the last one out of here, so it's still wet from the last time. And I just take my wipes and I'll start by laying them, I'm laying them in a way so that they'll pop up just like disposable wipes in here out of the top. You don't have to do this. A lot of people roll them, or you can just fold them however and open the top. I like the pop-up style because it's easier for me. That way I can just pull one out at a time and use it, and it stays pretty warm that way too. And I do this, you lay one that way and then you lay the next one this way, and then you fold this one down. As I get further along, it'll be easier to see. And I don't wring them out. A lot of people wring their wipes out, but I think they do better when I don't. There's not a whole lot of water in here. They're not dripping, so I don't see an issue with them. If yours are dripping, you might want to wring them out a little bit. Like when I get to the bottom of this bowl, there'll probably be a few of them that are sopping wet, but I usually don't wring them out. I might not be able to fit all 20. I thought I would. I might. I usually don't count how many I have, but I pretty much guess because I do my diaper laundry about every other day, so I think I'm going to get them all in here. Maybe. Just 2 left. Last one. Okay, so the last one I'll just kind of stick through the hole a little bit. There. And then I just have barely any water left, and I just usually just pour the leftover over it. It doesn't, you don't have to do that, but I feel like it, once you get down to the bottom, all the heat, sometimes it dries it out a little bit. I don't have the Everfresh pillow in here. I just don't need it since I change it so often. Sorry. I change it often enough. I don't have issues with mold or anything, but you can keep the Everfresh pillow. You probably won't be able to fit as many in here. And if you decide to use smaller wipes, you probably won't use them as often. Like, you have to refill it as often, so you might want it if you have issues with mold, but it's not a necessity by any means. They're kind of expensive, so I chose not to use them because I bought this warmer used. So anyways, that is my little tutorial, and there's that top one there, and I'm done. Thanks for watching.